Today, our topic is the differences between conductors, semiconductors, and insulators. And the question may ask like this also: the classification of materials. So, classification of materials are classified into three categories. One is conductors, next one semiconductors, and insulators. So, I have to explain these differences between these three type of materials. So first, in conductors, in metals the forbidden energy gap is not present. That means the gap between the conduction band and valency band is either zero or overlapped with each other. Here the forbidden energy gap is small, so that the considerable number of electrons cross it. That means the gap between conduction band and valency band is very less. So the considerable electrons only cross that barrier. Third one, for in insulators, forbidden energy gap is very large, so that very few electrons cross it at room temperature. That means the gap between conduction band and valency band is very high. So very less number of electrons only cross that gap, energy gap. Next, for conductors, energy gap is zero. Zero means there is no gap. Zero. Either they are connected with each other or overlapped with each other. So the gap will be zero. Here, in case of semiconductors, energy gap is very less and about 1 electron volt. That means the gap between conduction band and valency band is about 1 electron volt. Here, the energy gap varies from 5 electron volt to 10 electron volts in case of insulators. So the energy gap is very high. Next, the effective number of electrons is very large. Here effective number of electrons means here the free electrons are very large. The number of electrons are present here. In case of semiconductors, the effective number of electron is non-zero but less than metals. So when compared to metals, the effective number of electrons are very less but not equals to 0. Here in case of insulators, the effective number of electrons is 0. There is no electron at all in this insulating material. Next, in metals there is high electrical conductivity. It gives electrical conductivity. That means the current passes through this type of metals. In case of semiconductors, electrical conductivity in this is much smaller than metals. When compared to metals, it gives very some of less conductivity, or it conducts partially. In case of insulators, there is poor electrical conductivity. There is no any conductivity here. Next, in case of metals have positive temperature coefficient of resistivity. That means the resistivity depends upon the temperature. If we increase the temperature, the resistivity increases. That means increase of temperature from room temperature, the resistivity increases. In case of semiconductors, have negative temperature coefficient of resistivity. That means if we decrease the temperature from room temperature, then the resistivity increases here. That means suppose if room temperature 30 degrees, if I put this material for 25 degrees, then the resistivity will be increased. In insulators have negative temperature coefficient of resistivity. In insulators also behaves like semiconductors. In case of temperature, this is negative temperature coefficient of resistivity. When temperature decreases, the resistivity increases. But in case of metals, when temperature increases, the resistivity increases. Okay. Next, in metals the conduction is by the electrons. That means the conduction is by electrons. That means electrons only helps to conduct. Only electrons only responsible for conduction here in case of metals. But in semiconductors the conduction is by holes and electrons. Here in case of semiconductors the conductivity happens or responsible for conductivity is holes and electrons. In insulators there is no current, so there is no need of any conductivity. There is no current. The current doesn't enter into this insulating materials. Okay, thank you.